What's up, Buttercup? In this video, I'm going to give you some pointers on how to dive into the NFT space. Whether you just learned about NFTs or you just want to connect a lot further and really go all in, I'm going to give you a couple tips of how to just immerse yourself in the community and connect with a lot of other NFT artists and just people in the space. I've talked about a lot of this stuff on my Twitter spaces and in my lives, but I want this in a YouTube video, so if you want to go back to it and find these tips, or if you want to get your friends involved in the space, share them this video and they'll be able to dive into the NFT world. Before I get into the tips, I would really appreciate it if you take a second to like this video and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot, so I really appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is NFT Twitter. Twitter is where just everything in the NFT world kind of happens. The way to get started, if you want to make, a specific NFT Twitter account, you definitely can, or you can use your regular Twitter account too, but find someone that you know in the NFT space. If you know absolutely no one, use my account and follow every single person that I'm following. And then look at your home feed. And if you see another cool artist, go to their account and follow every single person they're following. And this is just going to tell Twitter that you want to see NFT content. And if you follow a bunch of NFT people all at one time, then you're going to start getting recommended Twitter spaces. And they're going to show up in the top screen of your Twitter account. And these are where all the NFT magic happens, just where all of the connection and the meeting happens. I kind of think of NFT Twitter as like the parties where you can go to these Twitter spaces and you can hop in, kind of go from room to room, meet people, see what the vibe is like. So how these Twitter spaces work, it's basically like an online hangout room where a bunch of people are listening. It's audio only. So there'll be like 5, or it can be 1 to 10 speakers up on the stage, and they're all talking about some sort of topic that they discussed beforehand. And then there could be hundreds, thousands of people listening. So the reason these spaces are really cool is you can raise your hand and go up to be a speaker. So you can actually introduce yourself to the people who are talking, share your story. This is how just all of the connections start. And the cool thing about Twitter spaces is as you're just sitting there listening, right? You're not actually like looking at the people talking. You can go and see everyone that's in the room. And what's so cool about this is the people listening to the Twitter spaces you're listening to and that you're interested in, they automatically have a common interest, which is awesome. So if you're in a Twitter space and you're loving what they're talking about, everyone who's also listening in that space has something in common with you. So go and browse all of the people that are listening. And if you see like cool art in their profile picture, or you just like the name, or just click everyone and go check out their stuff and follow those people. So as you start to just follow a bunch of NFT people, spaces are just going to be recommended to you. There's a lot of generic ones that are just shill. Shill is simply like promoting your work. So a lot of people will have Twitter spaces where you can just go up, share your art, share about yourself, about your story. But what's cool is these spaces get really niche down. So if you are interested in mental health, you can search NFT mental health and spaces will come up for that. Or like really specific ones like spiritual movement NFTs or something. Like I've seen the most niche down spaces, and it's so cool because if you go in that room and you like that stuff, the people in there are your people. So that is exactly who you want to connect with. So Twitter is such a cool place to find your people in the NFT space. There are hundreds, thousands of little sub NFT communities, and yeah, Twitter spaces are the way to get involved. So like I said, I think of NFT Twitter as like the parties where you can go in these spaces, meet people, hop around. But once you find people you really connect with or a project you really vibe with, you can join their Discord. And Discord is kind of like, to go with the party theme, it's like their house. So in my Twitter spaces where I meet a bunch of people who don't know me come in, say, hey, it's great. And then the people who really like what I have to say or like my art or, vibe with me, they come to my Discord. And that I think of as like my home, right? It's like my space where I curate it to be exactly how I want. I have the exact channels that I want. So the people that come in can see really quick, what I'm about and whether they vibe with my art or vibe with the project. So that is exactly what you should do. So if you are on NFT Twitter and you find a group that you really like, you like the artist, the vibe of the project, go to their Discord. And that is where you'll really be able to develop these deep connections because it's people literally just hanging out. Like I said, it's people basically coming over to your house and just talking. virtually, of course. So Discord, it can be a little overwhelming at first if you've never used it. I know when I walked in there, I was like, whoa, this is a whole new world. I'll give you a couple tips if it's your first time getting started with Discord, but really just look up a YouTube video on how to use Discord, and there's so many helpful resources out there. But just a quick tip, when you hop into someone's Discord server, you're first gonna have to accept the rules. So a rule page will pop up, typical rules, be respectful, no hate speech, that sort of stuff, and then you accept the rules. And then a lot of Discord servers, including mine, have an introduction section. So that's where you can go and type a little bit about yourself, and you can look through everyone else who's there who introduced themselves and just find people who you have common interests with and connect. Another helpful tip about Discord is the channels. Channels are the biggest feature in Discord. There's specific channels for specific conversations, and you just want to make sure that you are only talking about what is supposed to be in that channel. For example, if there's a channel called NFT questions and then there's a channel called general, if you're in general, don't ask the NFT questions. Go to the NFT questions section and ask it there. And that just keeps everything super organized, and if someone else has that same question, they'll go to NFT talk to find it. Lastly, notifications. A lot of Discord servers can have hundreds, thousands of people in it, so every time they're messaging, you could get so many notifications. So just look up notification settings on YouTube. There's really, really simple ways to customize all your notifications so you only get messages when people tag you specifically, or you could have no notifications at all, or you could really customize it. It's really cool. So I would honestly say Twitter and Discord are the two main places that you can connect with the NFT community. That's where most people are. But what I feel like has really been popping off is TikTok. When I first started, I didn't see a lot of TikTok creators. There wasn't a lot happening on NFT TikTok, but now over the past couple months, that has really changed. And I have seen thousands of artists start using TikTok. So to get in the algorithm and connect with NFT people, it's the same kind of strategy. You want to look up some NFT artists or hashtag NFT artists, find a couple people and follow all the NFT people they follow, and rinse and repeat, do that a few times. And then I would say a really important tip, if you want to make NFT content and make sure that your content is going to NFT people, you really want to curate your TikTok algorithm to only be NFT stuff. So when you're on your For You page, if a video that isn't NFT related comes up, swipe by it pretty fast. And if you see NFT artists, NFT content, watch the whole video, like the video, comment and interact with it. And that'll really speed up the process of TikTok knowing that you are an NFT person, you want to be in the NFT community. Also, because NFT TikTok is kind of popping off, there's been a lot of sounds now that are NFT specific. So the sound will be, there's one that's like, if you like NFTs and you don't have NFT friends, can we be friends or something like that? And just go click that sound and go to all the people who use that sound, follow all of them, comment on their stuff, interact with them. And soon your For You page will be flooded with NFT stuff. All right, I think those are some of the main tips I have to just completely immerse yourself in the NFT space. I will say once you start doing this, it is so fast that all these social media algorithms will just start pumping NFT content at you that it could be overwhelming. Like you're gonna make a Twitter account, start this, and then all of a sudden you're gonna look at your feed and you're like, oh my God, there's so many spaces, there's so much happening. So just take your time. Once you have everything on your feed, just take days, weeks, a month, scrolling by, just kind of casually absorbing everything. You don't have to understand everything at the start by any means, but just fully kind of diving into it at first. I feel like you'll start to pick things up just by the NFT content being around you. I think that includes some of my tips to just get started fully immersing yourself in the NFT space. If you made it to the end of this video, comment down below. The NFT space is wild, so I know that you made it to the end. And have a killer rest of your day. Peace.